When I told my first year class that from 1 September, SARS will charge 15% VAT and 20% import tax on clothes from Shein and other household items from Temu, they were quite upset. The explanation of Takealot's owner, Naspers, is that the cheap imports are undermining the country's re-industrialisation and localisation goals. But that didn't carry much weight with this audience. Ordinary people and students want to know, why should we pay more? I also don't like paying more, but think that in this case SARS is acting correctly. Shein and Temu used a loophole in the law to avoid tax on parcels under 500 rands in value. These online platforms and cheap shipping have consequently shaken up the market, but they are now going to be treated more like other companies. There's actually a 45% tariff charged on imported clothing, and the interim 20% helps to level the playing field. The bigger point may be that South Africans don't quite realize the extent of import tariffs. SARS's customs and excise schedules gives a huge amount of detail about the products and the taxes levied on them. But most of us are concerned about income tax and would like the tax on fuel to be lower. Still, it feels a bit like no one asked if we are willing to pay more for many things to protect local industry and jobs. The case of tariffs on individually quick frozen chicken portions is well documented. Tariffs were introduced, dropped in the wake of the COVID pandemic, and then reintroduced. There is a 62% import tax on frozen bone-in chicken pieces and 42% on boneless chicken pieces. Another example is the 70% duty on imported tires. It's true that not the full import tax reaches the consumer, but it does increase the price that consumers pay. One can say that it's the poor that pay for protectionism. Yes, we want a local industry and we want to protect local jobs, but the relationship is uneven. Companies and labor unions meet with the minister about this, and they agree to localization and transformation targets in exchange for protection. But how can consumers make their voice heard? Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Economics Weekly with me, Waldo Krugell. Drop a comment or a question below and join me again for next week's episode as we look at news that makes our economy tick.